Hey, what's going on there, folks? Welcome to another Train Sim World 3. Feels weird saying 3 video. Train Sim World 3, to be clear. TSW3. So this is early access still. The official game comes out September 6th, so just a couple days. And we're back on the Cajon Pass, so the route between Barstow and San Bernardino. And we're in the GEVO, the C4. And while the sounds are good by default, in terms of, when I say good, I'm comparing American engine sounds to other American engine sounds within the Train Sim World realm. Okay? So they're good in that aspect. They could be better, and that's what we're going to try and go over here today. So it didn't take long for someone to jump on the ball. I know a lot of people are working on this, in fact, but it didn't take long for somebody to jump on the ball and create some sound mods. So that's what we're going to take a look at here. First and foremost, as always, I'll link this down below, and this is for PC only, personal computer only, not console. So this is by someone named CTSL Railfan, and they did a couple of mods in months and years past, such as Horseshoe Curve, for example. Sounds were touched up on that. I think CTSL worked on some stuff for the Harlem line with the M3 and the M7. That's hilarious. That stack train just slammed on the brakes right there. Physics. So anyway, we got a new horn. So the horn in this thing was apparently from somebody that worked with Dovetail. This horn by default, I'm speaking of. And it kind of sounded like a K5, but it sounded weird. It sounded really flat, like it was muffled, like somebody had tennis balls shoved in the bells, or they were smashed or something. So we have got a new horn placed on this. In fact, it's the actual horn that CTSL used for Horseshoe Curve as well. Let's see, what else we got? We got the bell sound to sound more like an accurate E-bell from the Norfolk Southern ES44C as well. And adjusted the bass to overall engine-related audio because it's really flat. It's a GEVO 12, so it's all about T4 emissions, and so it's really bassy. There's a low chugging sound, obviously, with GEVOs, but at higher end, it's definitely bassy. You can feel it, more than you can hear it per se. Change some reverser lever sounds, throttle lever sounds. What else? I don't know. We'll just sit here and we'll go over it all and just see how it sounds now. It'll be better off just running it instead of sitting here blabbing about it. So let's go ahead and check out the GEVO sound enhancement. So we got the windows closed for now. It looks like he's waiting on us. We got a green down there. So we're up in Barstow. We're going to head south. We got a nice bit of track that we can stretch our legs out on here. Let's go ahead and get the reverser in. Gotta get the banking comm on. That's our fake distributed power, by the way, for trailing units and pushers and all that good stuff. Okay, so we are set forwards. Should have full independent brake. Gonna go ahead and let off the train brake or the auto, and let that get to where it needs to be. About 88, 90. You can go ahead and start moving. And we'll go ahead and give it a notch. And I'm just going to shut up for a little while and, just listen to it run. Oh, and the horn. That sounds hella more legit. That's got some oomph to it. Not that the horn that was, came by default was terrible. It just didn't sound like it was mixed right or something. It's just really flat. Alright, she's inching. Listen to that E-bell a bit as well. We'll do the horn exterior. That sounds a lot better. We'll give it another notch. We are upgrade a tiny, tiny bit. Now there you go. There's notch 2. And there's the whoop. From the compressor, of course. It's my my rendition. But this is bassy. So if you're listening to this or using this mod with desktop speakers, I hope you got a subwoofer, because it'll really pay off. Or if you've got on headphones, crank it up, because this is where it's at. This sounds more like a GEVO now. Crack the window open for a second here. And we'll just listen to her purr. We'll try and get up to track speed as soon as we cut off to the south up here. Give her notch 3. .7% incline right here, so I'm going to go ahead and give it another notch. That sounds pretty good. You can almost hear 12 combustions for each cylinder there. Almost. So, for whatever reason, Dovetail, when they implemented the sounds on this thing, they just tuned out the bass. And North American freight locomotives, all about that bass, okay? Very loud. I don't know if they thought they were going to offend someone with such low tones, but this was needed. It took this person a day from early access release to do this over default. This sounds way more similar to what I'm used to. And when I say what I'm used to, I, of course, refer to the just absolutely legendary Searchlight Simulations GEVO 12 Sound Enhancement Pack, which that was probably like the first train sim enhancement for me, and I'm talking about Train Sim Classic for those unawares, that just did it. And I was like, that was it. I was smitten. Now, this doesn't quite sound like that, of course, because, you know, with that pack that I'm referring to, little intricacies were recorded. I mean, all over the locomotive, outside, inside, under it, on top of it, you name it, in the toilet, who knows. But this is still very, very good compared to what came out by default with this. But the only thing I would say that I feel like it's missing is there's still a little bit of like mechanical sound that's you're not really picking up a bit, which the GE units are, you know, famous for. Alright, we'll go ahead and give her another notch. Definitely hear the RPM go up a hair. Crawling out of Barstow, so 1% grade right here. Like this, you know, even though this is Train Sim World, okay, this feels way more natural listening to this. I've got earbuds jammed so far deep in my ears, they're touching my brain, basically. And this feels so much more natural than that thin, tinny sound that this thing was supposed, you know, to emulate, I guess, or so they thought. But this is so much better. Stick our head outside, prepare your ears. You can definitely hear a lot more mechanical sound outside. That sounds pretty damn good. Honestly. What are we in? 5? What you think, sister? She thinks 6. We'll go to 6. Now you can hear the traction motors coming online. I mean, they're obviously already online, but now you really start to hear them. Don't adjust your speakers. That's my dumb ass making that noise. Listen to this sumbitch. What this thing should have sounded like out of the box, okay? Got that very high RPM chug, the bass, and them traction motors. Alright, we'll do a run-by in, what are we in here? 6. We'll do a run-by in 6. Alright, so that was the run by in 6. If I'm honest, and I can't even believe I'm saying this, you know, I don't know how sound works with Train Sim World 3 or 2 or, you know, the previous games, but the bass could probably be afforded to be turned down a hair, maybe like 10%. But also note, I generally change the sounds within Train Sim World because they always set them so low and they sound so flat, so I'll go into the game user settings and up them between 20 and 50%. And I think I have them at about 20 now, so that could have something to do with it. So I'm assuming CTSL modded these sounds with the default, you know, 1.0 or 100% sounds. You can really hear those traction motors going now. Doing 47. We'll give her another notch. Ooh. And there's a hill. So let's go ahead and pop it in the Ocho. The Oach. Dude, that sounds alright. It sounds alright. We'll start ramping her down now. Whoop. Wrong way. And we'll throw some air down. Thought I put about 20 down. Looks like I went over 30. It's hard to judge without using the heads-up display or the user interface. So what I wanted to do here, slow it down and quiet it up a little bit, is the reverser and the throttle notches. The sounds for those were changed as well. It's kind of hard to hear them right now. Sound like they're a little delayed or something. Could just be the game tweaking out. Some new sounds as well. But yeah, there you go, guys. Somebody got on it and decided them sounds weren't passing muster and did something about it. So I will link it down below. If you're on PC, go and pick this up, slap it in if you want some definitely more realistic sounds to what the GEVO sounds like. But you know, I'm sure we'll see more in the coming days, weeks, months, whatever. But for now, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.